Right, hello, good evening, and welcome. Hello there, wherever you are. My name is Paul. You've possibly seen my daily teasers float past. I do a daily brain teaser quiz that hopefully people enjoy. I also talk about TV shows. I've recently been watching Doctor Who and For All Mankind, the Apple TV Plus series, and I also occasionally watch the odd movie. When I do, I try and give it a rating out of 4 stars, from anywhere from 0, great big 0, which is absolutely hopeless, all the way up to a great big 4, which is absolutely super. Tonight is let me have a look there, it's the 11th of February, just about still, and tonight I've managed to see the 2017 film, The Death of Stalin. Let me try and give you a quick summary of The Death of Stalin, if I can. The film opens in 1953 at a concert being broadcast by Radio Moscow, a concert whose star turn is a pianist called Maria Yudina, played by Olga Kurylenko, if you remember her from Quantum of Solace a few years ago. She's playing her way through a Mozart piece. The concert the concert has to be hurriedly restaged so that it can be recorded on the request of Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, played by Adrian McLaughlin, and he's insistent on a hand-delivered recording, no less. It's at which point the concert gets restaged. Maria, proud dissident that she is, manages to slip a note to the dictator in the sleeve of the recording. When Stalin eventually gets that note, he drops dead of a cerebral hemorrhage. He's not happy about what he reads. The young lady wasn't exactly what you call flattering. At any rate, news of the dictator's death gets out, and the first person on the scene is the head of the NKVD, the old predecessor to the KGB. He's a chap called Lavrenti Beria, and played by Simon Russell Beale, who I last saw in Penny Dreadful, by the way. Nice series, worth checking out. But at any rate, I digress. Beria is keen to try and take advantage of the boss's death. He's rapidly followed by Nikita Khrushchev, played by Steve Buscemi, and Stalin's deputy, Georgy Malenkov, played by Jeffrey Tambor. And pretty soon, they are followed by every other government minister who are keen to get their beaks in, keen to get mourning the Greek leader. Rah, rah, rah. They want to get that grieving done, but it's only at the Central Committee's meeting the next day that the grieving officials decide to organise the funeral and start gently eyeing each other up, because they're all very aware that everybody else around that committee table wants to be chairing the meeting. Mr. Malenkov, Stalin's notional successor, is obviously feeling just a little bit twitchy. Now, what did I make of the film? Did I find myself watching a quite light movie? Yes, I bloody well did. It is... Look, The Death of Stalin deals quite literally with the death of one of the history's greatest World War II dictators. He might have been on our side, but nonetheless, Stalin was quite vicious. The film's set at the height of Stalin's power. The film was set at the height of the Soviet Union's nastier patches, in spite of the fact the film has several deaths, including, at the end, the very violent death of Lavrenti Beria himself. He's the main villain of the piece. Despite all of the blood, guts, gore, political shenanigans, and sheer outright dissidence and obvious fear that Soviet citizens had, this film's hysterical. It's an old-fashioned farce where you get to see the leadership trying to get rid of a body that they've suddenly discovered and trying to innocently do the right thing while simultaneously doing their own damn things at the same time. It's an old-fashioned farce. Dead bodies going everywhere, blood, guts, and witnesses everywhere, hiding witnesses, digging up witnesses. It's funny. It shouldn't be funny, but it's hysterical. Marshal Zhukov, the Russian war hero, played in this film by Jason Isaacs, is absolutely hysterical. Isaacs plays him as a very blunt and occasionally beeping sort of Yorkshireman, a very heavy northern accent, and it's great fun. He's going up against Buscemi's Nikita Khrushchev, who's playing it with a slight New York twang, and just watching the character interactions is great fun. The Death of Stalin's hysterical. It's an old-fashioned farce with old-fashioned comedy with bits falling over all over the place. It is quite literally well worth watching. I've given it 4 stars. Please feel free to leave me a comment. Either way, thank you for watching this review. Take care, have fun, have a good evening, and don't tread on that suspicious stain in the carpet.